Hi Libra, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Libra, it's High Priestess week, and we're going to utilize the energy of both the dark goddess and the light goddesses to investigate what your superpower is, what your kryptonite is, your nemesis, and your next assignment. So I'm going to start with none other than the dark goddesses. Let's see what we have for you, Libra. All right, Libra, I'm going to get right into your superpower. You have resurrection and communication that has come out. So I want to say that I feel like your superpower at this time, Libra, is really taking control over your own life. Really talking to the people that you need to talk about in terms of if there's certain things that you need other people to do, or if you're making plans with people, like I feel like you're the initiator in terms of getting things done in your life. If there's an area of your life that's been kind of slow or stagnant, it is like bringing that to life. So interesting. You may even be talking to some people that you haven't spoken with in a while as well, or you're thinking about this, and if you are, it is kind of like this is a powerful energy for you. If there's some people that you've been wanting to connect with, I really do feel like whoever these people or this person might be that you might want to connect with, it has something to do with kind of getting another part of your life going here. Maybe it's your social life, or maybe it's a business plan, or maybe it's a project, or maybe it's going for walks with someone. But yeah, you're the one that has the strength to really make these things change in your life right now. And it kind of looks like to me like that's what you've been doing. Is it interesting? You have the Eight of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. Oh yeah, this really does feel like trying to initiate something where you've kind of felt blocked. Like you're the one trying to make the effort to get this going, to build something here. Maybe it's just like something of a work project, or maybe there's some projects that you need help with, and it's finding the right people to help you with them. There's something kind of like very practical about your reading in some aspects, like that's really coming through in that way. Okay, I'll get to the underline in a minute. Okay, your kryptonite is Revenge of the Water. Sounds like a sequel in the Revenge of the Sith movies or something. Revenge of the Water, Revenge in Water. And then you have the Queen of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Queen of Fire or Wands. Okay. You do, and I think you do. I think you struggle a little bit here with, that revenge card has come out in so many different areas this week. And one of the biggest facets of it is realizing or really knowing the difference between what you really want to do and what you know you should do. I don't want to say that you don't end up making the choice to do what you know you should do, but I really do think that there's a struggle here with what you just want to do. And I want to say that it's fed by your emotions with the water. So something kind of triggers you emotionally in some type of situations around you, or a particular situation. And both of these energies are like chopping off heads and burning it all down. Right? But it's kind of like sitting in between that and thinking, well, which way should I do it? And it is coming in like pretty strong and fierce, very strong and fierce. And that to me could indicate a bit of the leaning towards what I really want to do in the situation, Cindy, is I want to chop off some heads and burn down. But that's what gets fed emotionally. When your emotions get triggered by something here, it can be a little bit, I don't want to say it's impossible, but there's a struggle. And I think you do manage it with the Hanged Man to keep a level head and know, okay, what I want to do is not the best choice for me and everybody around me at this time. But yeah, you feel there, I think you feel intensely. And when something's not right in your life, or something's not right in the life of someone around you that's important to you, you do get like this intense. You just want to come in, remove what the problem is, really make a strong and intense impression about it. But then you don't. So I kind of wonder if the Hanged Man is the energy that you're struggling with in that too. Because I want to say that something should really honestly need to be expressed with this kind of energy that's kind of being shown to me. It's just doing it in a way that I guess makes you understood without coming off too intense or dramatic, and maybe even adding flames to the fire, because I think of wind and fire, right? What is it? Just gets the fire really going. All right, your nemesis. You're obsessed with trying to find something out. You have obsession and wisdom, so you're obsessed about trying to find something out here. You don't know a lot about it, because the first card that you pulled out with that was the Princess of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. There's something going on here that you don't know a lot about. You're really probably spending too much of your energy trying to figure out what it is with the limited resources or information that you have, right? Like, you really want to get success here with the Six of Wands, but it leads into the Nine of Swords. So it's almost like even a mental fatigue. I feel like a mental fatigue, because when we don't have enough information, right, with this Page of Pentacles, it's still pretty new and fresh, whatever it is that you know, or you're very new and fresh and stepping into something that you're obsessively trying to understand. And I think the mental fatigue can set in here because you're trying to understand what it is that you don't understand right now. But because information or resources or your experience in it is still lacking and underdeveloped, you start putting in different things, right? You start saying, okay, well, maybe that, or then maybe this, or what if I switch this around? And it's really not getting you any further ahead, because any of those variables and possibilities could be yay or nay. And I want to say the possibilities are endless. It's sort of like a lottery, where they do a lottery with, I think they could do it with like three numbers, just three numbers. But the combination and the sequence of those numbers is almost infinite, like 1,000,000. So it is, because this obsession card does say, like, you're putting too much attention on something that you shouldn't be, that's kind of outside of you. Whether this is like a goal that you have for yourself even, but you don't know enough about it yet. It's the nemesis. In some ways, it's making you stronger. It is helping you to learn along the way, but I do feel like, because obsession sits there, that you need to, it would be advisable to, try to keep it in check. Your next assignment is interesting. I think you're going to take a break. You've got respite and sun. Respite in the sun. I honestly see somebody who's just taking a rest, maybe even soaking up some sun, rejuvenating yourself, taking a break from, look at this. You got the Four of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Seven of Cups. I think even in the respite, it's just taking a break from things that confuse you. I think it talks about that, which is interesting with the obsession, this obsession energy. And let me just see that quickly. Oh, it says, keep your cards close to your chest. Don't share your ideas with anyone at this time. You're a great listener and natural counselor. Speak to someone you can trust. Retreat and get away from it all. Protect your work from the ambition of others. Appearances can be deceptive. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Appearances can be deceptive, right? With the Seven of Cups, there could be illusions and a lot of confusion there. And with the Four of Cups too, I feel like you're struggling with something that you're trying to understand, and you may even be getting kind of triggered emotionally at points in this, and it's causing you, I see like almost like an emotional and a mental fatigue that could arise from that, because your emotions get triggered by something. It's like, oh, this is what I want to do, but you really know what you should do. This doesn't have to be like even centered around relationships either, because you have the prosperity card. The prosperity card too talks about, managing the prosperity that you have around yourself right now, being careful with things like how much money you borrow, how much money you lend to people, the exchange of resources, because it's almost like you have a limited resource here too. I mean, well, you have the Three of Pentacles, but that's it actually for Pentacles. There's a lot of feelings and emotions and thoughts in your reading. That was a bit of a repeat. Maybe a week or two ago, it kind of stopped being so obvious, but in this reading, it is obvious. All you have is the Three of Pentacles and the Princess of Pentacles. I really honestly think you need to allow your mind to have a rest, even if you feel like, you could be missing out on opportunities here. I don't think you will be. I think anything that you feel like you could be missing out on would be things that will just add to the confusion and the illusions around you. Your next assignment is definitely to take a break, get some, if it's not laying in the sun, I know everybody has different skin types, so it could be, and lives in different climates, even just getting some fresh air, clearing your mind. In time, something will be revealed to you. It has the home card, so it could be something that you need to know about your home right now, something that you need or want to know about where a home could be. It could have something to do with a connection to some sort of home from the past as well. But it's like in time, it will be revealed to you. So I don't know if this is connected to something that you're trying to work out here as well. This underline here is also really nice. You have the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Fool, and Justice. This is coming from like a really good place here with you and other people, and really feeling inspired and ready for a fresh day. And it's almost like this Justice card sitting in front of it is kind of indicating that this fresh day is the right timing. Oh, sorry, there's a beeping. The windows are open. A truck is backing up somewhere. It's the right timing. Energies are balanced. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Okay, your superpower, your strength here is, well, it's kind of funny too. It's resurrecting communication. So that does feel like talking to people that you haven't talked to in a while. Resurrecting communication. The Death card. Wow, death and resurrection. Somebody you haven't spoken to in a while. And it could, well, and if it's not you, it could be your strength is communication with someone that you haven't spoken to in a while. It may not necessarily be the thing that you've developed, but it is your empowerment in some sense. Yeah, the Eight of Swords. Shortened force. The Knight of Cups, and then the Princess of Cups. The way that landed in my hand. The Magician, and material work, which is the Three of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands. There's a lot of energy here. a lot of really strong intent and being able to do something with it. Yeah, you look like you have a lot of things that are going on for you both emotionally and mentally. And the best thing for you moving forward is honestly like just taking a break. And which is funny because I don't feel like it has something to do with whatever this is. I honestly feel like you're going to hear from someone that you haven't spoken to in quite some time. It might even be somebody that you feel like you've things have closed off between you and this person. Like there will be a rebirth in some sort of connection or communication. You know, it could be something as simple as, you know, when somebody goes on a flight and you can't talk to them for a while. And then when they land, you can, I don't know. I mean, it could be something as simple as that. It could be something more long-term that has been more long-term for you as well with that. But something is definitely being manifested here. I really get this feeling, though, that it's not something that you're aware of. I don't know. It doesn't have to be that, but it is really coming out for me in that way for you. All right, your kryptonite, your weakness is revenge of the water. Judgment and the Three of Swords. Well, there's the new beginning, right? You have some sort of emotional attachment to some sort of, maybe you are the one that will do some sort of communication. Like this will be the strength. This is what strengthens you. This is your strong position here, is resurrecting communication. What if it's like a job thing too, like a job interview? You went for a job interview. They said, you know what, we'll get back to you in a couple of weeks. We'll let you know. 2 weeks has gone by and you haven't heard anything. It's in your best interest to resurrect communication in that situation. Definitely, right? And with this Eight of Swords and the Knight of Cups, gosh, this could even be too, like, if there's something like that going on in job interviews and you, I want to say the employer or the potential employer could maybe intentionally not reach out because they want to see who's really invested, who's really emotionally invested in taking this on, who's going to reach out, who's the one who really wants this. You know, I have that would be an interesting strategy. If they did interviews and they knew right away, they knew, okay, you're a candidate, Libra, you're a candidate, and then X, Y, and Z are not candidates. So we tell X, Y, and Z right up front, you know what? We don't want to waste your time. We really appreciate you coming in for the interview. It's this position, it's not going to fulfill, I don't know. I don't even know how to say that. I've never had to do it. So I was trying just kind of on the fly there. just telling them it's not going to work. Like, don't leave them hanging, just letting them know. But it's like, okay, the ones that we definitely know this could be a good fit, we want to know who's really passionate about this. Who is really like from their heart space, who wants this. So we're going to tell them, we're going to reach out to you in a couple of weeks and let you know what our decision is. But they don't reach out to anyone because they're waiting to see who. I think that is really interesting. Kind of channeled that. Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, that could be connected because the Judgment card is like a resurrection. And the Three of Swords is something that you feel, right, there's a real strong emotional connection with this, whatever it is. It's like rectify, resurrect, revenge, all the R's, respite. We're all coming in here. Okay, the Queen of Swords, the Five of Pentacles. Wow, maybe some of you have even like lost a job or some sort of income has been decreased. It could also be like personal and romantic. But the Hanged Man. The Three of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. Oh, it's this bill. Look at the Three of Pentacles is over here with the Knight of Wands. Waiting. Are you waiting to, yeah. I don't know, for some of you, it could be like a job interview. And just keep that in mind, like how that came out, that it doesn't have to be for everyone. It could just be for one person specifically. I've never channeled anything like that. And it honestly, the way it came out, I want to say from an employer standpoint, it's not, I mean, some people might say, well, that's kind of manipulative. And I say, no, it's not. They want to know who really wants it. You know what? I'm an Aries. I would be the first one to call. It would be like 1 minute past the exactly 2 weeks. I have not heard from them. I'm going to call them. And what's going on? Why? So I'm following up. I didn't hear from you. What's going on? Right? Like, I'm driven. I want to know. So that's what they want to know. Who is driven here? But yeah, I definitely want to, this is something that I want to say you could even be deciding. You could be sitting like with the Hanged Man, trying to decide where you want to work or who you want to work with, what kind of people you want to spend your time with, how you want to invest, or if you should or you shouldn't. But there's, you know, there's something going on here with your heart space, and this feeling of what I really want to do, but what I know I should do is a struggle right now. It's not helping you out when it's showing up in the weakness. The Queen of Wands. Why did that? That's almost like what you want to do, but then you know it's not what you should do because the way it jumped back in. The King of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. Some of you may be contemplating, if you've been in something in your life that's been a lot more structured and you have a lot of experience in this, you may be kind of like struggling back and forth with the idea of kind of doing something really uniquely on your own here. But you know that once you close something off in your life, you don't have that to lean into anymore. And that could be where you're trying to understand. You're obsessively trying to understand something here to gain some sort of wisdom. And let's look at that. So the obsession. The Moon and Temperance. Gosh, like it's like you have to wait for something that you don't know. You have to wait for something and you don't know what. It's like walking through the darkness and just being patient. Almost even feels like, you know, it's so dark you can't step forward. You just have to wait and see what comes towards you through the dark tunnel. The Princess of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles, the World, and the King of Cups. Well, you mastered something here that either it's a field of learning or something that you needed to learn to move forward, but it's like you can't, but you're not moving forward. And I would get why that's kind of the struggle. So you've mastered the beginning steps of something, and that's closed off. But the King of Cups is here, so you have a lot of emotion and feeling here. It's kind of like what you're left with. It's just a little bit like putting together a piece of furniture or something. And at first it was really hard, and then you get it figured out. Like it's the first time you're doing it. But then you put it together and you think, I'm really not sure what this piece of furniture is for. Like, what is this? You become obsessed with, what can I use this for? Like, now what? Like, there was an emotional investment in here, a lot. But now what? Now what do I do? Victory. So, right? Like, it is like you did it. You put it together. But then you end up in this Nine of Swords. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. The Sun. The Five of Swords. Oh. But that's coming up in your future. The Sun, like something got cut out here. Long-term success, kind of feels like got temporarily cut out. Like you had some sort of a short-term success. And then, so the Nine of Swords. The Ace of Swords. Well, yeah, it's still continuing to want to know something. What is it that you were so obsessed to know about? I mean, give me any indication. Oh my God. So many. The Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the Queen of Cups. I actually feel like that was like a regurgitation. It was almost like the cards saying, no, you can't know. This is part of your Four of Wands, the Hermit, the Seven. It's like too many cards. It's too many. It's in some ways it feels like, again, with the Knight of Pentacles, that is the long-term movement forward. And I said you have a short-term win, but the long-term win hasn't come in for you. I see you with respite in the sun in the future. There you go. Having a rest, removing confusions, making things clear. Oh, the Seven of Cups. But you're taking a break. It says you're taking a break from delusions and illusions. The Four of Swords, you're healing. There's cards. The Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, there's that energy of wanting to do something on your own, some sort of independence. Some form of independence here. Your long-term plan. It's going to be much better. So I don't know if it's a struggle to get to that even. I mean, you did have this prosperity. Like, be careful either how much money you're lending out, how much money you're borrowing. So maybe there's some sort of struggle with that to get to this, because you will get to it. It's kind of going to heal this. And it's the long-term success that you're trying to get to. The Four of Cups. The Queen of Cups and the Eight of Swords. Oh, the Eight of Swords was that block. There's some sort of communication. If it's you, yeah, you should do this. I guess when the timing's right. I'm not really seeing when you should do it, but it is your strength. That's what's going to change everything for you. It is kind of reclaiming something. And you know what's funny? It's like you need to make the offer here almost. It's still coming in like that. Like, let's see who really wants this. I want to say, if this has anything to do with like dating as well, the way this is coming out here, because I know sometimes you guys come in and you're looking about personal stuff. It does seem like you should reach out to someone. It's like maybe someone doesn't think you're interested. And now I do want to say, as a feminine, you shouldn't chase guys. You shouldn't do that. So that could just be as simple as just, waiting a few days or a couple days. I don't know what's appropriate, and just saying, I really enjoyed my night out, or something like that. And just like kind of just reach out. I wouldn't go beyond that. Just leave it up to him, whatever. And then as a guy, definitely you should follow up on something here. Because I'd be a little bit, I would be lax as a tarot reader if I did not mention that, because it's definitely sitting here in the cards. The Seven of Cups, right? And that could like dispel some sort of confusion. This card is stuck to my thumb. Let's see what it is. The Queen of Swords and the Star. Making things clear. Making things clear and all better. That's exactly what that is. The Eight of Wands. The Hanged Man. The Four of Swords. The Four of Cups. The King of Wands and the Eight of Wands. Okay, this is like, yeah, you're slowly kind of getting something going here. And it is like just kind of resting. I'm hearing that resting on your laurels. I've heard that before, but not for some time. And getting some movement going. I'm going to go do the extended, Libra. In the extended, I am going to go into the Witch's Oracle deck. I'm going to pull out an incantation for you. And then I'm going into another Oracle deck and Tarot deck. We're going to ask what from your past is still pulling on you. What in your future is trying to push you forward. How this push and pull affects you, and then how you can allow all things to flow freely. Thank you so much, Libra. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.